So hello and welcome to another video for Hedge Knight Wargaming. Today we have a faction focus on the Starks, and I thought I'd just show you a few of the units which I've painted up for the Starks. I've pretty much completed them now, so I'm hoping to move on to Night's Watch as my next army. But I thought I'd go through each one with you just because I think they're quite a cool army. So as you can see, the Starks have tons of heroes. And individual characters, which are unit attachments and NCUs. Again, it kind of goes with the whole book element and obviously of the TV series. Each one individually kind of has their own role to play in the list, as it were. So starting over here, we've got Great John Umber, who tends to lead the Umber lists as a commander. We've got Sirio Farrell, Jojen Reed, Jack and Hagar, Arya, Roderick, Howland Reed, Brandon Hodor, Mira Reed, and Ned Stark, Sansa, Rickon, Isha, Robb Stark, and then just generic captains, and then over to Blackfish and come back to forgotten her name. And then over here we have there's Caitlin Stark, sorry. So over here we have your classic kind of infantry units, which are the Stark Sworn Swords. I've done some painted banners as well, which again I thought was quite cool. The snow effect, I thought I'd go kind of snow and rocky effect on most of these. I thought I'd do something special with these guys though. So these are kind of your Cranagmo trackers. I've done resin bases on those with some reeds and things poking through. I wanted them to kind of have a swamp feel so that they looked and popped out on the actual battlefield. Again, as you said before, for me it's more about kind of the way the army looks as opposed to the way the army plays. I think if it looks themed and it's played in a theme, it's much better for me to get a game out of this as opposed to go in and run things which wouldn't work together and kind of OP your opponent. I'm not a big advocate of that. Over here we have two units of Berserkers, so again in the Umbers, they're quite good. And then we've got three of the Direwolves over here, so Shaggy Dog, Grey Wind and Summer. At the back we have your Stark Bowmen, again nice cool models. Over here you have your Great Axes. I'll try to do some blood splatter on those as you probably won't show up in the video. Your House Tullys, I love the Tullys. I think as a faction they're very cool, very heavily armoured but very slow, kind of tanky units. And then my favourite unit at the moment is your Stark Outriders, who are very quick and agile, not heavily defensive but a lot of movement shenanigans, and I generally love kind of shenanigans that allow you to move across the battlefield and do cool things. So that's just a brief video of my Stark list. Again, I painted these all up in relatively quick time frames. I didn't buy much more from the box set. I did do the Handle the King pledge, so I got a handful of other units which you wouldn't tend to see, like the heroes and stuff like that included. The only kind of things I've added on here are your Stark, your Cranagmen and your Tullys. And the Great Axes, I think they're separate, but generally it's a nice list with the Starks. It spurred me on to paint them and get through them, because like I say, it is a slog to get all these armies done, guys, but I wouldn't ever rock up to a tournament with unpainted minis, so at least now the Starks are done so I could use them, and then hopefully eventually I'll get work on the Night's Watch. I do have a couple models left to finish on the neutrals, and then I'll do another video for the neutral army. All the best, stay safe, bye bye now.